What does Olialia stand for? What is the brand all about?
Still don't know. That's the reason why we are so hard working and meeting people. First, it will meeting people, locals, and asking them to help. This is a question. The question we are bringing the same we're asking for people. We're consulting with the marketing people, we're consulting with the actors, we're consulting with the sports people. Everybody say they know Olialia, but we're asking, what is Olialia about? We don't know, and that's why we're very, very worried. That's why we're meeting people from foreign people, the one who got experience, because we see that it's like a mega brand, but it still doesn't mean that this is a mega brand. Still, we don't know that if it is a mega brand.
Is it important to you that you don't know? Is it more exciting? Is it more interesting to you personally that you don't know?
Every day. Every day is interesting because more and more questions you are asking yourself, you are asking your team. Your team is asking questions to you, which you can give immediately answers. Then what you are doing, then you're calling to some colleagues from because Olialia also is a partners group, is a friend group, it's a soulmates group, which thinks the same, which are innovative, which dreams a lot, and which can help in some ways, and they're helping and not asking money in advance, or of course they're a business, but also the most important thing that this is some new wave of positive thinking people, which are creators, and for whom big ideas is the one what they live here in this life.
So dreams, having big dreams is important for you. You need big challenges.
We can't stop, because when you stop, is the worst thing that happens. It's not question about money. It's not question about other things. You just done an idea. You are happy for 1 hour, and then after when you've done it, after you're thinking about new ideas, what you will do in future.
You have a very successful brand and company in Lithuania, and now your ambitions are moving onto the world stage. Can you talk a bit about why it's important to you to take Olialia and the brand to the rest of the world?
I can tell you that Olialia is successful still. It is successful in the mind of minds, what I see what Olialia will be in 10 years. We made a huge mistakes here. We made it, and we are very sorry for those people who say that Olialia is bad. But then we're asking them to send the letters. We're asking them to give us more information in which position we made a conflict. And as my colleagues told you, that we will try to solve it. Because we wanted to create some idea which won't be, we don't want to fight. When you're thinking positive, there are people who is jealous and others who said that let's come to us. There are positive thinking people, they're creators, let's create together, let's do business together. We are not new, we are the country with very old traditions. It's one thing. We are the one whose religion is a basketball, and we're famous for basketball. But very pity that basketball is not #1 sports in the worldwide, and we're not so good in soccer, in football. And we're very famous for Lithuanian strong women, and mostly blondes also. Our country is ruled by blondes. Our country is ruled by our president is blonde. She's a lady, and she's the one which is getting awards worldwide. And this is the image which needs to be created for Lithuania. 20 years, different kind of people are looking for a new image of Lithuania, how to present Lithuania, how to present the country which in every country sound of Lietuva, it sounds indifferent. Litauen, Lithuania, Lietuva, you need to decide, where are you from? Lietuva, Latvia, people don't know, the same country. So what I see is we need to have big ideas, to send them worldwide, how to understand this is this country. This is the country which has big ideas, which people believes, and we need to find out our new image worldwide. because then will be interesting for tourism, then will be interesting for investments, then will be interesting for TV journalists. And we tried it, and it works. We just saw a possibility to organize some union, which can together, both we took our hands to each other and we spread our ideas to worldwide. Through Maldives Island, through those 75 different, now 79 projects, which we've done already in Lithuania. And the main idea is that Lithuania needs success story. We have success in sports. We want to bring with this idea success in business. Lithuania economic is also needs success stories, such as Estonia have the Skype success story. We have lots of problems with the airlines. We got problems, three times our airlines bankrupt. Government position, I don't want to speak about the government. Every time they're speaking of the government like this, I just forget the government. Start from yourself. And if people, they see possibilities, they have lots of contacts now. After all those Facebook things, about all those emails, how technology changed ours, about the people from ex-Soviet Union, now they're traveling, they're meeting people, and they meet everybody. How do you need to be presented? So to present somebody from our partners, which are coming to New York, as you met Leonora, and presented that she is a partner of the product as a, not product, as a project of Maldives Blonde Island, it sounds interesting.
I'm just trying to get a sense, a real understanding of what the blonde thing really stands for. If you could maybe tell me about it.
It was very difficult for foreigners to come to Lithuania and to have visas and others. But the one who was successful, when they're coming back, people, all Lithuanians, they asked them, what do you like here? They like, mostly, the main keywords what they mentioned, it was the blonde Lithuanian woman. Of course, it's nature. Of course, we got lots of other things. But every time people, they're saying like this. And also, not only men's, also women's. So, if Brazil is famous for carnival, and after they know about other things, so Lithuania is famous for blonde women, and also there was blonde women from traditions. There are lots of songs about pretty Lithuanians, natural women, about the blue-eyed ladies. It is positive songs. And when all those started, those stereotypes coming from the foreigners about those jokes and others, I don't like them. Some people, they say it's funny. For me, it's not funny. Then in case you need to have jokes about brunettes, you need to have jokes about others, and you started to, people don't like too much about those aggressive jokes, because some of them, they are very vulgar. So we want to have also success story to say for the blondes, which are meeting, and sometimes somebody showing their stereotype when she's coming to the job to have this position, she needs to say, look, but you know this successful company from Lithuania, for them, this stereotype doesn't work. You need to use it. And we're receiving lots of letters from worldwide business-educated blondes who's thinking to launch, to buy our franchise or to work in our company here or there, and it's so excited. And it's growing and growing and growing, and most important thing is to control. It's the most important thing.
To control. To
control. The many companies got problems with that, where is very big growth, then you are not focusing. We got the focus now with the island project, but also we're working with those projects local, and the number which Gedra is responsible, the main person from Olialia, she's looking for new partners, and every week we're getting some calls from new partners. And I just explained you why also for companies from Lithuania, they're important to work with Olialia brands. They are dreaming about that their product will be popular not only in Lithuania. They want to have it in the Polish market, they want to have it in UK market, they want to have it in Brazil, they want to have everywhere. And now in the marketing, in the business, one of the most things today is the brand. So Olialia, it sounds interesting, it's intrigue, it sounds positive. as you saw Vaida's presentation, it's like Lala, Lala or Lala. Lala is one of the first words which people are saying when they're born. That's just newborn. Then when they start to try to speak. And when you got positive brands, it's opened your doors. It's very interesting thing with brands and with people who is managing the brands, and also sometimes they're thinking that this is their ideas, or it's also the business nowadays. And then you're Googling, and then you'll find out that there are more 100 people who already done this idea. So I spent beautiful time in Maldives, and I spent in W Resort, and I saw how W Resort owners and marketing people, W was on all island, and they were playing with this symbol. I like that one. And I said, why we can't create with the Olialia? How we got so big experience, and why we can't do it in the island? But also there is our creator who is creating advertisements. She also wrote a letter for my colleagues and to saying that it could be interesting with Olialia, Blonde Island. There is also the PR guy who is also saying that the island is his project and his idea. So I don't want the Facebook story and others. We just know one thing: we have a road. We know that this road and this idea is working, and we are very, very united. And copyright belongs to everybody who is in this ship. The ship, which means Olialia.
What is Blonde Island? What are the rules about going there? Who do you want to see there? What do you want to create? If you could just summarise that.
Competitor to Disney World, with with bigger attention, okay, this is the question still. We know what we will create, but I know that your question today will be one answer. After half year, I will answer you in different, because I will meet more people. More people will bring to this island their ideas, their dreams, and my answer to your question will be different. But I think it will be more clever.
So, the one thing that people will always comment on when they hear about it is that you are planning that only blonde people can work there. So maybe you could say why that's important to the success of the island, and why that's an important part of the marketing, maybe.
Attention. In marketing, when you're doing attention, then you need some keywords to attract people. So blonde as a keyword in Google is mentioning 760 million times. Brunettes, 3 times less. And from the journalist side, also is the most important thing that if people will read the story, what is inside, most important thing is the name of that. So, blonde, Olialia. In Lithuania now it's not blonde, it's Olialia. In worldwide it's still blonde. Maybe we also connected with the blonde, we have new words in the meaning that is Olialia. And the answer what Olialia means, I still don't know. But for every partner which you met, also you got the different answers about Olialia. That's also the companies which are doing the structure as a bank system, as a mobile operator. They got the book, they got the brand book. Lots of advertising agency directors, they're saying, yes, give us a brand book and others. And we said, look, how you can do brand book of your life? Only after you go. How you can predict everything. Today we're meeting you, and what we'll do tomorrow. Many things could be changed. Now, today, you got some interest, and this is a question of your creativity, what you can create from every meeting, because we see it as a possibility. And this kind of possibility, it needs such thinking people. It's necessary for Lithuania to be interesting in any different fields. Were interesting also many Lithuanians which didn't find out themselves and their ideas in Lithuania. They went to work in UK, they went to work in America. We want to bring them all back because they already got experience, and then now we need them to work with our company.
You try very hard to employ women.
No, I'm trying to find out man's working this with such. When I'm meeting also with people, when I'm meeting, I'm discussing about the ideas and about department and others. Everybody's asking the same question: how your wife is letting you to work with such many beautiful ladies. And I know the answer. I'm giving this answer, but privately. It's intrigue for you. But there were some men in the history of Olialia brand which didn't find out the answer. But in other case, you saw the ladies. Ladies, this is a growing union. Now the singers, everybody is singing about the ladies, how they are strong and how those soldiers is a history. Now there is a possibility for women, and women is controlling our Lithuania. Women. And I'm proud of it. Because Lithuanian president is the one which, before there were men's, and men's, they split two countries. There was 50% they like this president and 50% they don't. Women likes 88% of Lithuanians. Ms. Grybauskaitė. Every call which we have abroad can change our life. And I'm spending lots of time traveling through planes in different, in Dubai. Now we're going to India, we went to UK, to America, and it takes time. I want everybody with ideas with Olialia project to come to the island. And the island is the head office of the ideas which we can work in their countries. That people who will see that this Olialia idea is interesting for them and they see life the same or similar, they're coming to us and we're speaking about business possibilities, working together. And all the meetings with different peoples will change Olialia brands. But also we will give them the same questions: what is Olialia for you? What you saw already on the BBC, on the CNN, on your local news press, what it means Olialia for you. Maybe they will answer us the question, what is Olialia about? Because we still don't know. I've been in Maldives in 5 months 3 times. So yes, I'm meeting people. I'm meeting very interesting people. I got already friends there in Maldives. I say hello for them. And most thing is also now, like a business, and you got so many options. I don't want the warrant that if I choose one partner, what I'll do with others. Because our idea is enough for everybody. And Maldives government also needs positive information about Maldives. Because in worldwide and also in worldwide attention, there are lots of negative information about singing Maldives, which is frightening investors. We see it. We see it lots when we're calling with the project for the financial for the companies, and the first question is not about the blunt. No, they said that about the investment and the funds. They are saying that in 20 years what we'll do is investing with the one who is sinking. But also there are lots of options how to solve it. With some interesting projects. We still, we are taking half a year this year to choose the right partners, and still to choose if the Maldives is the place where to build this project. We're meeting the government. We are meeting investors. We're meeting also companies which could be operators on the island, and we still don't have the answer. We have interest from other countries to have this project to there because they know that this is attention. They're also frightened, but they are frightened just because they didn't have lots of information how we solve all those problems was mentioned in media coverage. And we're coming them when we will be ready with the figures, with the plans, with all the presentations, and we will invite you also just to join and to show for the government. I would like to also to meet the president. We would like also to meet, maybe organize some festival in Mali to show what kind of musicians, pop stars, to bring to people and to show how musicians is different. And main problem is how much it will take from my family. but it's my problem. It's not company's problem. The challenge is that we got a great team which can help you in any case that you can't go, I can go, Giedre can go, Genute can go, the one which I'm 100% guaranteed that they will show, they will represent, and they will represent the vision the same as we all see. So I can say you about the problems, and I can say you strictly about immediately about the answers, how we can solve it. Or you need just to, from my side, the problems.
Say that there's something I think people would think, well, it's very expensive. Are you looking for other financial partners, and how are you getting on with that? And do you see that as a
When there is a good idea, every time there is a financial. For us, it's also very, very important who will be our main partner in these things, not only from financial side, but also with the experience what we have, about his plans, what he will be in 10 years, how he's planning his life, and this is the most important thing for us. Not just like an investment for 1 year, and others I gave them, and then I said, no, we want both sides that it needs to grow. It needs to be ambitious. And it needs to believe. The most important thing is believe that you're on good road, that you've done everything, that this idea will be the one which many people don't believe, and the one which we sold, but we did it. We want to be first, yes. We want to be unique. We are unique. We want to be natural, also as Lithuanians are. And we want little open those shy Lithuanian guys image for worldwide and to show we did it. How basketball players are doing, they show that one, we can do it. So we need the same in the business sector, we can do it. Because lots of business people I know in my life, I met and others, and they inspired me. And I see, and I know that he's a leader in Lithuania, he could be a leader worldwide, but he's still thinking about only Lithuania. When I was 6 years, I started to read newspapers. And I was reading newspapers, 3-4 newspapers every day, different publishers printed. And I saw lots of different events, different reality shows, and the journalist is writing, one journalist is writing, what a great story. And other journalist is writing, what a pity, it's the worst story, it's the worst reality show I have ever met, and whom to believe? When you read two different stories for two different publishers, and when you decide what is real, how you are solving this problem, because for me it's a problem, before it was a problem. One thing is good when somebody is saying, oh, what a great business you've done, what a great product you've done. Yes, that moment, yes, fine, everything's fine, and then you forget, but you're thinking about new plans. And most interesting people I met is the one who's coming with in our company, and who's saying that you are doing mistakes in that case. You're doing mistakes in that case, and this is this is the people which I'm very excited. The one who is helping us, saying it, and we're very we don't frighten to have that somebody will speak about our problems. But our question was, could you solve it? Could you help us? One thing you found out, the place which we need to solve, we need to make better product. We need to make better photo sessions, better calendars. Maybe some mistakes that were done with the stylist things. But could you manage it? Could you be in charge of that? And people will say, yeah, I can. Or the people say, I know the guy which will help you. And this will I never forget. And this is the history of the company, which was created on the problems, and how the problems were solved in Blondie way. Blondes lets us to think about out of the box. Blondes, the meaning of blondes and others as a business language, what I think is like a sample of the trees. If it is a tree or if it's a sculpture. So the same as a blonde. But for me, blonde is an opportunity. Opportunity sometimes to think totally different than books are writing, because books were written by somebody who was using this, who found it 30 years ago, but not now. All those marketing books, the most famous one, they were created 30 years ago, but there was not Google, there was no YouTube, there was no any other things, there was no Apple. Still. So let's write new books, and let's write first one the book, but after we create the product. And this kind of people thinking about the box, out of the box, they are interesting for us, really, really interesting. And they are the one who can solve the problems. So when we speak about the problems, we would like to have the list of the problems from owners of the hotels, owners from the investment. We're coming to them and we're more speaking about where you're frightened about this project. And from the government. It's very important thing is from the government. And we would like to have from also one more list, what are they dreaming about, what their plans of Dubai will look like. It will be also luxury, only luxury, or also people for 3 stars hotel what they're expecting and not have too much money, but they can arrange and also to say that I was in dream. I was living, yes, in 3 stars apartment in Dubai in the island, in Maldives in the island, but I spent great time together, honeymoon. And also the government of Maldives, they are looking also for new options, for new auditorium. But of course, there are still, we were waiting at the list of about the possible problems. We could also, I will invite you also in the meetings and we can discuss with them about the problems which they see. And some answers they will get immediately from their side because we are prepared. And some, if there will be some new problems, we will take some break. 1 week, 2 weeks, and then we're coming back with how we solve it. We can make a contract, we can make an agreement, and we can find out we see more positive things about this project than the negative things.